been a slight misuse of the substance.
Okay, y'all, so let's talk about The Substance, which is the latest film from Coralie Fargeat, who did a film called Revenge, which I'm actually going to be seeing this weekend. I was going to see it last night, but y'all, the internet's so bad and it kept glitching, stopping, so I said, you know what, we'll watch it today. So we're watching it today. Very excited to watch it. So many people have recommended it to me, and I am definitely excited to get into it. But Coralie Fargeat does have a new film called The Substance, starring Demi Moore, Margaret, Qualley, Dennis Quaid, Hugo Diego Garcia, Philip Schurer, Joseph Valderrama, Tom Morton, and Robin Greer. So let's get into the newest trailer that just came out, our thoughts on it, and all that good stuff. Before we get into it, hit that subscribe button, notification bell. 35,000 subscribers is our goal. We will be watching this film pretty soon, and I'm excited to give you my thoughts on it. So if you want that, make sure you are subscribed. But The Substance is a 2024 body horror film directed and written by Coralie Fargeat. It actually had its premiere at Cannes a couple of months ago, actually was selected to compete for the Palme d'Or, and also won Best Screenplay at the festival. It will be coming out in theaters here in the United States on September 20th, 2024, and it will come out in France on November 6th. So the film stars Elizabeth Sparkle, played by Demi Moore, who is the star of an aerobics show. Like, she's everywhere, billboards, as you can see. Then on her 50th birthday, her boss, who is played by Dennis Quaid, called Harvey, says, "You're too old, you're out." We eventually see that those billboards start to come down, and she returns home at her lowest morale. Then she receives an unexpected proposal. A mysterious laboratory offers her a miraculous substance. If she injects it, she will become the best version of herself, younger, more beautiful, more perfect. And this perfect version of herself is actually Margaret Qualley, who is called Sue. Now, in the trailer, we pretty much get all of that. We see that Sue will be coming out of Elizabeth, as we have seen in the poster itself, that there is something in her back, like a giant scar. So I feel like it's something like a cocoon that she comes out of. And as you can see in the trailer, it looks like she doesn't hesitate to go into Elizabeth's old life and be the new aerobics teacher. As you can see, as it says, "Pump it up with Sue." She even goes to talk to Harvey, Elizabeth's old boss, asking for that same job, and she gets it because she's younger. So it looks like Sue's really going to get into being Elizabeth now's new life, and it doesn't look like Elizabeth's going to go down without a fight either, as it seems that she starts to let this all get into her head, that Sue is eventually replacing her. As we see throughout the trailer, she starts to lose it a little bit more and more, and I really love these shots where you think it's Demi Moore and then it changes to Margaret Qualley. Very well done. And it also looks like Sue, who is being played by Margaret Qualley, loses her cool as well. So I think both of these are going to go into a head-on collision. One of the things I really enjoy from the trailer as well is the fisheye lens look that we have in certain shots, especially at the beginning of the trailer with Dennis Quaid and Demi Moore. It really adds more into this film and immerses you into it, into another dimension. Honestly, I'm excited about this as well. Very curious if there's a real late night host they're using for this one or not, but we shall see. This is a very ominous picture. It looks like these are the producers and her boss here, and look at, it's just one person pretty much that's in charge of it all, right? And they're the ones that set the boundaries of what can and cannot be. So I'm excited to see all the social commentary in this film. As you see here, Sue definitely is going to be on the offensive at some point. Elizabeth as well isn't holding back. This is an interesting shot right here. This is probably the third act everybody's talking about, when it just goes bonkers and insane. I'm excited to see all of that here. But what we do know about The Substance is that it creates a more perfect and unique you, somebody younger, all of that, more beautiful, as they say. There's a catch to it. You can be this person can go out and live your life, I guess you could say, but at the same time, you, the older one, has to stay behind, and it can't be more than 7 days while y'all two are out. So you have to stay behind 7 days while the other one goes out, and then in 7 days the other one has to return, and then you have to be out, and that's how this whole thing works. Very interested in seeing if there's more parameters to it, but that's the initial reaction that I got about how the operation of this film is. While I was editing this, I actually was watching the trailer once again, and I realized that there's a point when we hear Demi Moore talk to whoever gave her the substance and says that something has happened with it in a way that it shouldn't be used. And now I'm wondering, do we get an option here in the film where we see Margaret Qualley's character Sue using the substance on herself for a younger, different Sue? Are there a bunch of Sues walking around? I'm curious. More on that in the theory video later on. So it sounds interesting, and they are claiming from people who saw it at Cannes that the third act is bonkers, batshit crazy. So I'm excited to see how that's going to like come out in the movie. I think Demi Moore as well, it's great to see her doing more of these type of roles here. I think Demi Moore is really trying to have a sort of resurgence, and I'm here for it. Margaret Qualley, of course, has been really grinding in the indie starlight of it all. We just recently saw her in Poor Things, a small substantial role. She really played that role very well, and I'm curious. I'm curious about this film, and you know, I've been excited for it. So once we got this trailer, I said, I'm breaking it down, and we're talking all about it. But some of the reactions that they've gotten here says audaciously gross, wickedly clever, and possibly Demi Moore's finest hour. The Substance is a gasp-inducing feat from the writer-director Coralie Fargeat, and that is one of the reactions from there as well. David Elric from IndieWire wrote, epic, audacious body horror masterpiece, an instant classic, the most sick, entertaining theatrical experience of the year. Very interesting words right there. Somebody else from The Guardian says, Peter Bradshaw gave it 4-star review, a cheerfully silly and outrageously indulgent piece of gonzo body horror comedy. Very interesting choices for sure. This one's interesting right here from Owen Glaverman at Variety writes, Coralie Fargeat works with the flair of a grindhouse Kubrick in a weirdly fun, cathartically grotesque fusion of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Showgirls, which I think is just a Paul Verhoeven masterpiece. Showgirls, I think it's gotten too much flack over the years, so I'm interested in seeing more of this film pretty soon. And like I told y'all, I'm gonna give you my full reaction and review when I do watch this film. More on that later on, but very excited for this film. Let me know what you think about The Substance, if you will be watching this movie or not. Have you watched Coralie Fargeat's Revenge? Let me know in the comments. I will be watching it this weekend, and I might have a review for you on Sunday, hopefully, so stay tuned for that one. But very excited to talk more. We do have some videos on Alien Romulus. We do have a review. We have a ending explained, all that good stuff. The spoilers are in there, and then we will have another video talking about the Fede Alvarez talked about some of the inspirations that went into the film as well, so stay tuned for that. And I may be picking up Alien Isolation pretty soon, so we might do a let's play on it because I think I'm alien pilled right now. So very excited to get more into that. But follow us on our website, www.culturelixir.com, as well as our Instagram at It's Culture Elixir. And I'll see y'all next time. 35,000 subscribers. Subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. Stay safe, stay positive.
People always ask for something new. It's inevitable. At 50, well, it stops.